welcome to JG3 Reviews. My name is James, and around here we like to search out and check out pens that don't cost a fortune but do write well. And the question today is, can this pen do it? Well, according to what's written on the side of the barrel, it can write. But how much writing can the Kanwrite write if the Kanwrite can write writing? Let's flip the camera and see. Okay, so here we are, the Kanwrite PC Metal pen with that metal cap and a metal clip, which is really nice and springy. I like it because it's not an overbearing clip, but it does a really good job. I like the simple font that says Kanwrite on the clip, and I wish actually that they would use that same font and simple writing here on the barrel. On the barrel, it has this heat set and then silver color filled Kanwrite name on the barrel. I think this would look great if it was this simple font and Kanwrite with no fill, kind of like a vintage Esterbrook J or something like that. That's just me being picky, but I think it would suit the kind of mid-century style of this pen very well and would look good. Anyway, metal long cap that does post well. It posts deep and securely, and that's all good, no issues there. And I do like that the finial, nice simple resin finial that matches the barrel, which of course just has nothing but a dimple there at the end of the barrel. But it looks good, and this is the maroon color. I kind of expected it from the photos to be a little bit darker, but it's a translucent or transparent maroon, and I do like it. And then lots of fine threads, because you can eyedropper this pen to open it up, and it does include a converter. It's a what is that, around the world in 80 days, a push me pull you converter, and it holds quite a bit of ink. I just don't have a lot in there because I'm using up a sample that I had of Noodler's Cactus Fruit Eel ink. But enough threads and fine enough threads, and it comes, or at least mine did, pre-greased so that it can easily be used as an eyedropper pen. You notice that this steel nib has a Lamy-esque look, and there are some other pen makers with similar styled nibs, the Platinum, for example, preppy style nib, but it's not any of those. It's not identical to any of those, and it fits differently from both of those. And it has a hybrid feed, so it's part plastic or polymer and part ebonite. So what all of that means, well, honestly, that's above my pay grade. But what it means in this pen is that it works really well. So in terms of, does it flow well? Yes, it does. Does it keep up? Yes, it does. Have I had dry out issues? No, I haven't. So whether or not it is a great big improvement, well, that I couldn't tell you, but I do like it because it works, and that really is the bottom line, isn't it? Does it work? So anyway, simple styled pen and just kind of a classic look. So let's flip the camera again and let's see how the Kanwrite writes. Okay, so this is the Kanwrite PC Metal. This is a fine nib, and as far as I know, at least on FPR the other day, that was the only nib that was available. So you're not going to get flex or anything like that out of this pen. That is not what it's made for. This is just a general writing pen, a good office use pen, everyday carry pen, and I like it. As I think I may have mentioned before, I like that the body comes into the grip section nice and smooth, kind of like on a Jinhao 51A or a Parker 51, something like that. I like pens where the body and section have, because of a slip cap, have no threads, no step down. It enables me to hold that wherever I want to, and I don't know, I like the options. This is Noodler's And this is cactus fruit. I mentioned in what I guess is the only other review where I've used this ink that I really like this because I am from West Texas and I grew up out among the prickly pear cacti and I have been known to pick cactus fruit and to make jam out of that, and it's really good stuff. You should try it sometime if you have it available. Let's just do a wetness, and that's pretty good. And wet, that hybrid feed doing its job, right? I'm going to be quiet. And you're not going to hear much because this is a quiet, smooth nib. I really do like this pen and the way that it writes. It's not anything special in terms of, does it bring something to the table in terms of, a nib that does something spectacular. No, this is not, Ultraflex or something like that. It is just a normal steel nib. But it is a pen that just gets out of your way and lets you write and put your thoughts to paper. And sometimes the best pen is the pen that gets lost in the writing process. Now, I know when, a lot of us have spent a lot of money on special pens that have a special experience, we kind of forget that sometimes the pen that doesn't shout while we're writing is the pen we need for certain tasks. Now, you know me. From the last review that I did, that a pen that will also stop you in your tracks and you just get to stare at the material, that's also a thing I enjoy. But, as a king once said, there is a time for everything and everything in its time. So I really do, as I said, I like this pen. And let me just show you that it does keep up with my gibberish. The pen will keep up with my gibberish, but me spelling at the same time is keeping up with my gibberish. Maybe not. Anyway, it really a good writing pen. And so I like that. And it writes well, it writes smoothly, and as far as the writing goes, definitely I like this pen. Now, it's not a fancy pen, okay? It's just a good, everyday, knockabout pen, but we all need a couple of those in our arsenal. Would it be a good first time beginner pen? I actually think it would be very good for that because it's going to give you a very pleasant experience, a good, smooth writing experience, in a nib that can be used for a lot of things. It's a nice, fine, I would say it kind of trends toward less than a Lamy fine, but broader by just a little bit than, say, a Pilot. Actually, maybe just to the fine side of a Pilot medium is where this is. And I like it. It writes really well, it writes smoothly, and it would make a great beginner pen. So if you're just testing fountain pens, this is probably a really good place to start. And Kanwrite's been around a long time. They know their stuff. They make some good pens, and this is one of them. I have another Kanwrite that I'm going to bring up later, the Kanwrite Desire with a flex nib, and so be watching for that. It's a neat orange creamsicle sort of a resin. But on the plainer days when I just need a plainer pen, although not today with a plain ink, right? This is a good one, and I do recommend it, and it presents a good value. All right, let's do a size comparison. And that is the PC Metal. This is a pen that you will also find on the FPR website. That is the FPR Darjeeling. Another good knockabout, affordable. Mine has been reliable, nice writing pen with this one has lots of nib options. Check out that review while you're here on the channel. And then there is the Kaweco Perkio, a great student pen that doesn't get anywhere near the attention that it deserves. I've been writing with that a lot today, doing student things, taking a class. This is the Hongdian, however you would say that, 1, and I'm going to review that sometime here in the near future. And that 2, similarly sized pen, although quite different, but right in the same price range. And then, as long as we're talking about pens that do student things, a student favorite is the Uniball Signo gel pen. Yeah, I know I let them in on the side every now and then because, hey, I like that pen a lot too. It has its place as well. But a lot of you have those, and now that gives you an idea of the size of the Kanwrite. Hey, before I sign off, I just want to say thank you to those who like, subscribe, who comment, and participate in this little corner of the fountain pen community. It is always greatly appreciated. And so I just wanted to say thank you, and God bless you, and have a great week.